Hey everyone, today we're going to do some more decimal division practice. Oopsies, what is happening? Oh, computer. Okay, so our question is, how are these two problems similar and how are they different? So this student divided 70 by 5 and their answer was 14 because they first did 5 times 10 was 50, so they took out 5 groups of 10. Then they took out 5 groups of 4, so they had 14 in each group. This person did 7 divided by 5. So they started with 7 wholes. First they took out 1 whole for each of the 5 groups. Then they took out 4 tenths for each of the 5 groups. And so their answer was 1.4. Now, as you probably noticed, this is another situation with the moving decimal point. So keep that in mind when you're estimating for your division problems. Think about how the decimal point moves for multiplication. You can use that for division too. Now today, again, we're going to be using our block app and taking a screenshot to show our work. So here's my problem. Tommy bought a really big block of cheese. It weighed 8.2 ounces. He decided to share it with his family. There are 8 people in his family. How many ounces of cheese did every person get? So first I'll write down my equation. And my equation right here is 8.2 divided by 8. And if you don't know how to do the division symbol on your keyboard, you can make your slash like this. So divided by 8, and we don't know how much that equals. Then we estimate, well, I know 8 divided by 8 would be 1. So I'm going to estimate around 1. So if I get an answer like 100, something went wrong. Then I'm going to use my block app to figure out the answer. So again, I'm going to look on here. I see that I have, I put 8.2 blocks, so I have 8 wholes and 2 tenths, and now I'm going to divide them into groups. All right, so I put my ones in 8 groups. Now I have these 2 tenths, so I'm going to have to split these up into hundredths. And then I'll divide those into groups also. So now I see that I have 1 whole and 2 hundredths in each group. And I know I write that number like this, 1 whole and 2 hundredths. There's no tenths, no green ones, so I don't put anything in this place. You also might notice I have 4 left over that did not fit, and that's okay. Now really, I could divide these up into thousandths, but for the purposes of 5th grade, we're not going to worry about that yet. So you're going to just say 4 hundredths left over. Because also, if you're dividing up a block of cheese, you're probably not going to get that scientific about it. You would probably just eat this extra 4 hundredths. All right, so I got my, oopsies, didn't mean to do that. Got my image somewhere. Oh my goodness. Okay, and I'm going to screenshot it. And I will put my screenshot on my work. Then I'm going to write my answer in a complete sentence, which I realize is something I was not very good about reminding you guys to do last week. So I'll say each person got 1 2 hundredths ounces of cheese. There were 4 hundredths, left over, which Tommy ate. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing for this problem and this problem. So show me how you would solve it. Make sure you use the block app, do an equation, estimate, and then answer. And make sure you check that your answer clicks with your estimate, just like it does in this case. All right, let's